And as of today, TikTok is back. And
why am I joining TikTok just as the government ban begins? Because I don't like being told what to do. I don't like being told what I can think or what I can say. The courts may think there's an exemption to the First Amendment. I don't.
President-elect Trump revealed today that he spoke with China's President Xi Jinping on the phone today, discussing not just TikTok, but also trade and fentanyl and other topics. CBS News Chief Foreign Affairs Correspondent and moderator Face the Nation, Margaret Brennan, is here. And Margaret, Donald Trump invited the communist leader to come to inauguration, but is he coming?
He's not, but Xi Jinping is sending a special representative in his place, his vice president, also a high-ranking Chinese Communist Party official. It's highly unusual, not just because of protocol, but also because of the moment of time we are in. Just today, the Biden administration revealed that they have identified the hackers who not just breached the U.S. Treasury, but burrowed into 9 different U.S. telecom companies to siphon up American phone call data. And we know that Trump's own national security advisor, Mike Waltz, has said they planted cyber time bombs in U.S. infrastructure.
This is the Chinese.
The Chinese. And so these could be used in the event of future conflict, and the U.S. can't get them out.
There's also some other foreign leaders that have been invited attending that are raising eyebrows, right?
There are, Nora. In fact, a European diplomat said to me just yesterday, it's pretty disconcerting that 2 leaders of a German far-right anti-immigrant group known as the AfD are attending. Their leaders espoused Nazi propaganda slogans. They've been condemned by their own government, but they will be attending the inauguration.
President-elect Trump revealed today that he spoke with
Melania Trump is about to become First Lady again. Back in 2017, she became the second First Lady born outside of the United States, and the only First Lady to become a naturalized US citizen. In the past, she said she'd chosen not to go political in public, as that's her husband's job, but did give a speech to world leaders at the UN about cyberbullying.
Do unto others as you would have them unto you.
That message raised eyebrows, given her husband's approach on social media. Her choice for Christmas decorations were not to everyone's taste either, but she later launched her own line of ornaments. In June 2018,
I'm told that the president-elect, upon being sworn in tomorrow, will come back here to the Capital One Arena, which is in downtown Washington, D.C., and instead of having your traditional parade go down Pennsylvania Avenue because of the cold, they have moved those festivities, that parade, to inside of the arena. But what is notable tomorrow afternoon is that we're told that the president, then President Trump, intends to sign several executive orders here publicly in front of the gathered crowd. And as the banner suggests, I'm told that more than 50 executive orders and potentially up to 100 will be signed over the course of tomorrow afternoon and evening, with potentially several other executive orders coming in the following days. This is notable. On Inauguration Day, we are typically used to the pomp and circumstance of it, Rev. And for Donald Trump back in 2017, signed 1 executive order on his first day in office, but he intends to have a significant show of his aggressive agenda. And I'm told that some of those executive orders, 2 of them particularly, could really push the envelope on presidential powers and potentially make their way to the Supreme Court. I'm told that the
There's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground. I said, young man, cause you're in the town. There's no need to be unhappy. Young man, there's a place you can go. I said, young man, when you're short on your dough.
Okay, everybody, so TikTok is restored. Say hi, little one. She says hi. My daughter says hi. And it's just amazing how President Trump was able to do that. For all of you creators out there, I hope you guys know the 7 million small businesses on TikTok. President Trump went out of his way to save this platform. Joe Biden wanted it dead. The Democrats wanted it dead. For all of you that are not yet part of our movement, I hope you guys consider it. We care about small business. We care about the entrepreneur. We care about free speech. And we're going to be doing our campus tour again. And we really love using this platform. Excited to see what President Trump has in store for its future. But it's here to stay, and it will be more secure, more prosperous than ever. And we are here right now at the inauguration. Right, honey? Yeah, little one.
3 Israeli hostages, Conan Romi, 24 years old, Emily Damari, 28 years old, Doron Steinbacher, who is 31 years old. The first 3 to be released in this hard-fought deal.
A dramatic 24 hours from not working as of 11 p.m. Eastern time yesterday to now basically back online. I was confirming it. It seems to be working pretty fine. Here's the TikTok statement on them restoring services. They say, "We thank President Trump," which, by the way, mimics the language that TikTok users saw as they were able to get back in on this Sunday afternoon, for providing the necessary clarity and assurance to our service providers that they will face no penalties, providing TikTok to over 170 million Americans. Certainly a big deal. Again, after the app did go dark yesterday, a lot of people facing a prompt on their phone that says they were hoping that President Trump would do something. And again, it appears that that is happening. The reason for why we saw TikTok come back online on Sunday is because of President-elect Donald Trump saying just a day before his inauguration that he will issue an executive order on Monday, which would extend the period of time before the law's prohibitions take effect so that he can make a deal, adding later on that he's hopeful that the United States could take a majority ownership in the TikTok U.S. company, which doesn't necessarily outline exactly how that would alleviate some of the national security concerns. But regardless, it seems like this action, at least enough to sway TikTok to turn the switch back on, that is allowing people to scroll again. But again, what happens from here is very much unknown, because what this executive order looks like, how it navigates a law that was passed on a bipartisan basis and signed into law by the current president, is very much a big legal question.
That's all, folks.
TikTok is back.
So 8 Ukrainian generals' mansions burned down in Los Angeles. Wait, why do 8 Ukrainian generals have mansions in Los Angeles? So
right there, wow. Holy crap.
Washington is preparing for Monday's power shift when President-elect Donald Trump returns to the White House. And here's what to expect. The ceremony will now take place inside of the Capitol Rotunda because of the frigid weather forecast. It's usually cold on Inauguration Day, but highs are expected to be 20 degrees with a low of 6 degrees. The day always takes place on the 20th, and this year it falls on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Several who's and high-profile musicians will perform at various events, including Carrie Underwood and the Village People. It is a high-profile list of people attending as well, including the CEOs of Tesla, Amazon, Meta, foreign dignitaries, past presidents, and former first ladies. A notable figure who will not be attending, Michelle Obama.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. It is like 1 o'clock right now. I got out of school early. I know, Kai Trump skipping school. it's fine. I have to study all. But I got out of school early because I gotta get ready for the inauguration, and I am not prepared. I wait for the last minute for like certain stuff, and this is one of the things I kind of waited last minute for. And now I need to get like business attire stuff, but luckily we have a sponsor, Sherry Hill. I'm really looking forward to that. But right now we are at the golf course. I'm gonna practice a little, and then I have my hair appointment, and then I have to go to the mall with my mom. All right, guys.
That huge ruling from the Supreme Court means that either TikTok has to be sold, something they say they won't do, or banned. So the big question is, will it go dark on Sunday? The CEO of TikTok sent out a message to Donald Trump.
On behalf of everyone at TikTok and all our users across the country, I want to thank President Trump for his commitment to work with us to find a solution that keeps TikTok available in the United States. This is a strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship.
Better late than never. I mean, I feel like people are finding out, really what type of man, that Trump is, and he's a terrific guy, and they know what and plenty of people have known for 8 years. I mean, I endorsed him when he came down the elevator because I love the fact that he was not a politician. He was a businessman, and the business of America has sucked for so long. Like, we need someone in here making sensible decisions. Like, it's become about, let's dig on. We can't get any good people to work for this country because all we're going to, like we've seen in these hearings, with my friend Pete Hegseth and others, where they just drill them and like, you slept with so-and-so and you said this drunk at a bar. It's like, so what? We're not electing deacon of the church here. I want somebody smart who can run this country, keep us safe, run it like a business, and make America great again. What can I say?
All right, listen, this is probably the last video I am going to post on TikTok before it goes dark. I'm in DC, and I'm gonna shout out this woman right here. If you don't know her, you definitely do. She's done everything to save TikTok. She will be live tonight, 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock? It's 7:25 now, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Go visit her live. We are doing hashtags, Twitter, twats, tweets, whatever the fuck you want to call them. We are going to save TikTok. Tell Trump how much you love TikTok. Tell him you want him to save it.
We'll be live streaming till the lights go off.
Yes, we will. And we will be at the rally tomorrow. We will be at the inauguration on Monday. We are going to save this whole country.
Look, President-elect Trump does deserve some credit for this deal. He had made it very clear that if the hostages were not returned on or before his inauguration on the 20th of January, there would be all hell to pay. And that's what we are now seeing, a ceasefire and a deal that will include the return of the hostages. I would make a point, though, it's a bit of a shame that Anthony Albanese didn't show the same resolve as President-elect Trump, because perhaps if he had 12 months ago, or now 16 months ago, we would not have seen the rise of anti-Semitism in this country that we have. And I certainly hope that with this deal, we now see an end to the anti-Semitism in Australia under Mr Albanese's watch.
All right, let's hope so. Moving on.
There are also thousands of people who are starting to gather in the nation's capital right now as part of the People's March. It's organized by hundreds of advocate groups in protest of his second presidency and his policies. Sister marches will also take place across the country and internationally even. You're seeing all the spots right there, that in green, that's where they're happening. People's March advisor Ashley Woodard Henderson joins us now to talk about this event. Ashley, good morning.
And now I will pass the torch.
Let me tell you, I've got great news to report tonight, Sean. The House Republican Conference and the Senate Republicans are united. This is the America First agenda that we are going to deliver in spades. The American people demand and deserve that, and we are ready to act. We've been preparing for this moment. We can't wait for President Trump to take that oath in 5 days. And when he comes into the Oval Office, he will hit the ground running. We'll have legislation prepared for him to sign into law. He'll issue a flurry of executive orders because we have to fix all these disastrous policies that Biden and Harris delivered to the country. And it will happen quickly. It's going to be a very aggressive first 100 days agenda. We'll use the budget reconciliation process. As we've said so many times, Sean, we have to fix everything. So it's going to require teamwork. It's going to require unity. But I'm telling you, every single member in the House and Senate that is a Republican is ready to get this job done.
Donald J. Trump is now President of the United States. President Obama steps away for the inaugural address. What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the
see this guy on fire. With you, we move.
Hey guys, I just had an 11-minute phone conversation with President-elect Donald Trump. A lot of headlines to cover, but one of the biggest ones, he told me he is seriously considering a 90-day extension for TikTok to give it that extra time to divest from the Chinese-owned company ByteDance. Now, he made it very clear this is complicated. He's still in the process of trying to make that final decision. So there is no final decision yet, but that's one of the options that he is considering. Of course, this comes after the Supreme Court did uphold the ban, got a lot of backlash from TikTok users online. So what will President-elect Trump do? We will hopefully learn more on Monday when he is sworn into office for a second time. We'll have a lot more coming up on Meet the Press, so join us on Sunday.
When I tell the young people what Arafat walked away from, they can't believe it. He walked away from a Palestinian state with a capital in East Jerusalem, 96% of the West Bank, 4% of Israel to make up for the 4%. It's not on their radar screen. They can't even imagine that happened. You walk away from these once-in-a-lifetime peace opportunities, and you can't complain 25 years later when the doors weren't all still open and all the possibilities weren't still there.
Hey guys, it is Saturday, January 18th. It's about almost 10 o'clock in the morning. We still haven't left New York yet, but we are on our way to DC. We were originally going to leave at 5 o'clock when the original plans were still going. I look like death, by the way. So we know plans are getting screwed up. Trump decided to move the inauguration inside, which therefore led to my state representative canceling ticket pickup in DC, which led to us being able to sleep in today, because that's why we were leaving so early. When I first booked the Airbnb, I didn't have tickets. I didn't plan on having tickets. We were just going. So we are back to normal. Am I upset that I can't watch it outside? Yes. Is it going to stop me from going? No. Tonight I'm having dinner with a bunch of friends. Tomorrow is the rally. Tomorrow is also going to snow 3 to 4 inches over there, so it is going to be a fun wait online to get into the rally. I'm going to be there as early as possible. I'm getting in. And then
Mom. Yeah.
Why?
This dude almost got a facial from a shark.
It has been a terrible.
Breaking news out of Texas.
So is this your first inauguration?
No, I was actually listening to your show a little bit before I got in the truck here, and I heard, Michelle Obama's not attending. I would kindly remind her that years back, when Obama was first elected, I did not vote for him, but they asked me to play the inauguration, and I played it, and I went. Had a good time. I went for out of respect to the presidency, so I would kindly remind Miss Michelle about that.
Today is a historical day for Greenland and the world. We are now opening our new international airport here in Nuuk on the 28th of November 2024. This morning we flew for the first time ever directly from Copenhagen to Nuuk on Ticktock. Greenland's capital is now directly connected with the rest of the world, reducing traveling time, lowering costs, and creating new opportunities for tourism and business. Ticktock just landed on the brand new 2,200-meter runway and became the first long-haul aircraft to land, and by this opened the new international gateway to Greenland. From the summer of 2025, we will have direct flight from the US, Canada, Iceland, and Denmark.
We have liftoff.
Just so that I have it on the record, Mr. Poilievre, this 51st state being characterized as a joke, it's obviously getting a lot of traction south of the border. We know Mr. Trump likes to lean in when he's getting a good crowd response. Do you think it's funny?
No, I don't. I think it's an example of how Justin Trudeau is a total joke. He's lost control of everything. His deputy prime minister resigned moments before introducing her fall economic update. Yeah. The deficit is out of control. Our dollar is plunging to its lowest level.
Are those shootings start?
We did lose all communications with the ship.
If he does good, if he gets the Israeli hostages out, I promise I will wear a MAGA hat for one day on the show and say, thank you for doing it.
I think I need to send her a hat.
Mark Zuckerberg realizes that if TikTok continues, that his days as the #1 social app in the world is going to be second fiddle, because he knows that.
Is a very unique request from the... Holy crap.
And we are expecting bitter cold temperatures here on Monday.
Already, the Trump factor is transforming international affairs. We've just seen it in the Middle East. Trump's threat there would be hell to pay if there was no hostage deal before he took office, pushing negotiations between Israel and Hamas across the line.
Have you met with Donald Trump since the election?
Yeah, I had a chance to go have a long and actually quite intriguing dinner with him.
What did you discuss? What was intriguing?
We are just now reporting that the Biden administration does plan to punt implementation to the Trump administration, and that the way that they are going to do so is that they are not going to collect on the fines that...
So, speaking of unusual, Trump's official White House portrait was released today. Certainly not your traditional portrait.
It is not your traditional White House portrait, and if you're taking a look at it, you could see why. You might notice something very familiar, the president-elect making sort of the same face he made when his mugshot was taken.
President-elect Trump's inauguration is about to get a little more crowded.
It's going to be a reality TV show. Yes, you have the CEO of TikTok going, the Mark Zuckerberg going, Elon Musk going, people who have expressed openly feuds with each other. The CEO of a company that is nearly an app about to be shut down in the United States potentially. One of the other CEOs being Zuckerberg. His company essentially trying to take advantage of that with the way that they've prepared to try to capitalize for Instagram Reels, all right there in a section normally for family and friends of the incoming president.
Fascinating.
What could go wrong?
President-elect